Hello everyone, Silver here. Sorry about that. I did a slight intro. I got like a few fucking seconds into the intro. Uh, and then I guess my recording had stopped. Uh, but as I said, basically all you missed was me getting the like pass type of stuff. I haven't even like claimed my dailies yet. The specifically that like thing that gives you like the 90 polychrome per day. You missed that. That's it. But as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by my OBS canceling out the video. We are getting closer and closer to 100 episodes of this series. Am I going to do anything special? No. Not really. I don't plan on it. Not at all. To be honest with you. But it's mostly because I just can't really do anything special, I would say. I don't see a way I could do anything special for this game for 100 episodes. But we're almost there. We're almost to 100. And my game is running smooth. For now. I'm gonna jinx it if I say that. But, yeah. We're getting to 100. We're really not that far off from it, to be honest. Is this... Can I get, like, the next level of this already? Or does, like, auto-manage, like, prevent you from leveling up? Surely not, right? Oh, I guess I have to do it every time. Well, fug. I mean, it doesn't really matter too much. It's very little. But I'll just leave that for a bit to do its thing. Okay. So whatever the recommended tapes are. Again, this is mostly so I have a lot of physical skill chips by the time Billy comes out. So I can just, like, pump that shit into him. I do need to level up Lucia as well. And then I'll need Fire for Norma. Because I'm going to try to get Norma as a stunner for my silly. Again, I'm hoping I don't have to do a whole lot of shit. Like, I'm hoping I can get silly pretty quickly. I don't have to, like, try too hard to get his ass. But, you know, sometimes it'd be like that, where you just have to, like, get pity to get certain characters, I guess. Because that nearly happened with Lucia. I spent a lot on Lucia. Just to get her, to make sure when I get Billy, S-Rank Billy, that he doesn't fall off quickly on damage. I really wanted him to be, like, almost the best he really can be. by having Lucia, uh, having Billy, and instead of having Dylan, having Norma. Because I think while you'd like Dylan, I think Norma is a good substitute. It with some of the changes they've made to Norma in the beta, she might not be quite as good now. But I don't have knowledge of if that's true or not. I just don't have knowledge of that. But again, we'll see. We'll see how Norma releases. Again, Pyroy will be an interesting one. We'll see how Pyroy releases. Because if he's a decent ether attack that you can get to like M6 easily and you can get the Winjin very easily, he might be just good, like genuinely, for free to play. Which is nice. That's a nice thing to do. However, it's super similar to how the other Hoyo games do with the MC and Genshin, MC and Honkai Star Rail. I'm scared it's going to be exactly like that, pretty much. Those are the ones that I actually played to know that, like, oh hey, the MC is 100% playable. They have the bullshit MC, like, oh hey, I can always swap to be whatever we need type of thing. Which again, that's good for like free-to-play players. However, you're not like guaranteed that they're gonna be the best at their specific thing. And they don't necessarily need to be, again, because they're free.
I'll take it from here.
They don't need to necessarily be like fucking S tier units. The thing is, like, for me, when you're expecting, when you expect to get, like, an S-rank character, let's say, you know, even out of the standard banner, you'd expect them to be, like, decently powerful, I will say. You would expect that. You know what I mean? It's just your straight-up expectation of how the difference versus, like, an A rank and an S rank should be. It's like, oh, the A rank is, you know, somebody might be able to supplement, and then an S rank is going to be somebody who's just good. But things like the 1.0 S ranks, there's very few of them that are, like, extremely relevant if you don't have multiple of them or haven't, like, built specifically for them. They're not quite as relevant, I would say, as other characters. Like, I think Soldier 11, Lycon, Lighter.
If it's you, manager, we can go out any.
I believe those kind are very prevalent still. I'm pretty sure Lycon is one of the best, like, standard banner characters you can get. Which, that's great and all. However, the rest, like, most of the rest of the 1.0 cast is kind of just thrown to the wayside. And there's, like, nothing that you do that'll fix them. From what I've heard from some people, apparently China has a law where you can't, like, accidentally nerf somebody or change something about a character you've technically, like, gotten without consent. That's how, like, the potential system gets around that, because you're changing the character with your own consent. You're not like you're consenting to having the character change rather than, hey, we're gonna nerf or buff this character. Which is fair. I say that's very fair. But those buffs don't really fix a lot of the characters, I would say. The ones that they've already done, necessarily. Because you still don't see people really up in the air about, like, Harumasa. I haven't heard much about him. And of course there's people who are just going to, like, hard try to make a character work. Which is what I'm trying to do with Anton. His kit is just so, like, bad. Genuinely. Like, I hate to say it, but his kit and how it works is really bad. In comparison to, like, any characters that you're fighting, or any other characters nowadays. Like, he's not terrible, I would say. Like, he's decent against just trash mobs. But if you're gonna be doing anything like bosses, you're kind of gonna be out of fucking luck. Genuinely. Because he's so slow. Really? Like, he's super slow. His shit is, like, it's just bad. Genuinely. It's hard to find positive aspects about it, because his kit is that bad. I'd love to have positive aspects to say about him, but it's very hard. Yeah, just genuinely, it's very hard to actually say anything positive about him, solely because he's like, again, he has like a 1.0 mentality for A ranks. He's got no real iframes aside from his EX and, like, ult, his ultimate. Other characters have iframes, or you can't be hit during certain combos, like standard combos. His whole thing, if you go with basic attacks, he stands still the entire time. Like, he has a dash forward in his basic attacks, and that's it. He has no iframes whatsoever. He can get hit in the middle of any of his moves, which is very bad. He's just very bad. I'm tempted to skip these skills and start doing this. I might. So I can actually, like, increase some more shit like this. That was my old team. My old team was literally Anton, Coletta, Ben. I ran that team. Even if it didn't necessarily have, like, great synergy. And the combo moves were kind of ass. Of like Ben and Coletta together. But no, it's his kid is genuinely bad in the fact that he's locked on his what's it called? His additional stuff kind of makes him even worse because it can really only be used on like. Well, it's not even that he can only be used on those types of teams, like electric teams. It's that it kind of forces you to try to do that, and his additional isn't great because he's also not based on like anomaly, even though his additional is. I forgot I could actually like lock on like this. I always forget that. And it's dead. I always forget I can do that kind of lock on, but it's really hard to keep locked onto something like on those specific enemies. Always forget there's a fucking actual lock on button. We'll do that too. Okay. So now we're to the point to where it needs, everybody needs these, basically. I'm not gonna try for her. Well, I maybe should, because she's a very pivotal part of my best team right now. Or maybe I could just work on Lucia. Lucia. People say it's Lucia. I say Lucia. Because that's how I pronounce it. You know? It's just how I pronounce things. We're gonna go get some of these, actually. So I can actually start leveling her up so she's able to be immediately put onto a team with Billy. So I don't have to work too hard to get those up, so I can actually start using it immediately. Because that's gonna be my favorite team. I know I'm favoring heavily, like, the AOD team right now, but the Billy team, once I get it, is going to be my favorite team. Until at least maybe when Anton gets an S rank or a potential type thing. It's very likely he's going to get an S rank. I think that's what they're going with. All of the A ranks are going to get a limited S rank. And all of the standard, like, S ranks are probably going to get potential. But again, I still like Anton. He's like one of my favorite characters solely because of his like, they call it a pile driver. I call it a pile bunker, but it's like an auger type of thing. It's more like a for like dirt and stuff. That's what an auger is. If you didn't know. But I'm definitely, like, wanting to... I'm definitely wanting to, like, get shit done with this, like... fuck, where was I even going with that conversation? Like that string of words. I don't know anymore. What I'm wanting to say is, I like Anton. I want Anton to be better. When they release an S rank of him, which they probably will, because it seems like all of the A ranks are eventually going to get an S rank, like a limited one. I can't say that for sure, but I think a lot of the S ranks are going to get a potential, at the very minimum. Like all of the 1.0 type S ranks are probably going to get potential, just to try to keep them up with the others. With newer characters, at least. I will say, Billy was like my favorite character at the very beginning. When I first saw that this game was coming out, I was like, oh, Billy looks really cool. I've explained that before, that I really liked Billy. I'm very positive I've explained that a couple times. I really liked Billy, but then I saw Anton, and I was like, no. Gotta have Pile Bunker. You know? Gotta have the Pile Bunker. And I still like that he has a Pile Bunker. I love that. It's like genuinely a cool thing. But they do him dirty, genuinely. Because he's just so bad, really. And I hate to use that word. I hate to. Because I like it when a gacha game has, you know, you can use basically any character in the roster and do good with them. With this, you do have to be much more specific with how you do the character. Let's say. Like, when you're building, like, Anton, you have to be very specific with the teams you build him in. Or else he's useless, basically. Like, even my Anton, it's built pretty well. He's not, like, amazing. I would have to make him probably the best build that he could possibly get to be usable. That would include getting shit like, I think Seed's Winjin would be the best for him. And I didn't pull for it. I'm still probably not gonna pull for it. I think it's not out. That was the last one. I'm still not gonna pull for it. Just because I'm hoping when he gets an S rank, his Winjin will be the best for him, which is probably gonna be the case. But we'll see how that goes. Either way, even though my game was running pretty smooth today, I still have a shitty laptop. And if you want to support me and help me be able to afford a better laptop, I have 2 ways down below that you can support me currently. The first way is my Honeygain referral code link. I'm not sponsored by Honeygain. I've used the service for several years now. So I trust it enough to be able to promote it to all of you. It's not something you see people often, like saying, is something that, oh hey, you can use this, or you should use this to make me money. Because it's not like that. It is something that is very slow to actually get you money. Takes a couple months to get $20. But still, that's money that you're not doing anything for other than using the device that you are already using, whether that be an Android device or a PC. I don't think Apple and iPhones have them, like has Honeygain. I don't think it has it in the App Store. But PCs and Android devices, I know, do. It's very good for just being able to actually, like, have a little bit of extra income, and if you enjoy my content, that would be the best way to support me without directly giving me money. Because you also are getting something out of the deal. You get to watch this content and support me at the same time. Whereas something like my coffee link below is just a donations page. I am trying to get a phone, and maybe on my coffee I might start posting pictures of my cats, so you can see, you know, the cats that I'm trying to support. My coffee does have a goal. It's only got one goal currently, and that goal is a $4,000 goal for a new laptop for myself. So I can provide better content, play more games that I actually like playing. A lot, like, things that I play more on my downtime that I can't, like, record because it's too laggy. I can play the games with lag and be fine, because I've always done that. But I don't want to subject people who are watching me to that amount of lag. I don't need people to watch me play Baldur's Gate 3 and see that everything is made of Play-Doh, and dialogues take, like, a few minutes to load, type of thing. I don't need y'all to see that. Because it would be worse while I'm recording, to be honest. It would be a lot worse while I'm recording. But that's just for those things. I'm not expecting people to do it, because I'm also going to be saving up money while I can, and when I can, to be able to. But those are things that it would help me genuinely. It would help me a lot to have those being supported. But either way, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.